Hello, hello. So good to have you here tonight. Give me just a moment while I'm getting everything up and live. So just pop in and let me know that you're here. Say hello. Let me know where you're signing in from as I do all of this little housework stuff. All right. Now I'm going to pull this up on my phone, make sure everything is showing up. Maybe. All right, here we are. Let me know where. All right. All right. So here we are. Here we are. Day 2. I'm super excited to be here again. And today, our limiting belief is I don't deserve it. Have you ever felt that way? Well, we're in the final 10 days of January. And like I said yesterday, as I started with 11, there was 11 days left of January. And so I was doing a limiting belief on each day. So I picked out the top 11. So this is day 2. So this is one of the top 10 limiting beliefs. And here we go. Like I said, I'm going live each day to shine a light on a different limiting belief. So you got to watch. And I'm not doing it at the same time every day. I'm just going with what works. And so just keep a watch. Okay. The thing is that limiting beliefs hide in plain sight. They shape what we allow ourselves to experience. And today's belief is a really, really sneaky one because it's not real loud. It doesn't show up as a thought. It shows up as a pattern. So, like, you start to feel good, things are going great, and then somehow you sabotage it. You make money, and then you spend it so fast, it's like water dripping out of your hands. You get a compliment, and you say, "Oh, that old thing. I didn't even try this time." You just brush it off like it's nothing. And that's when this old belief is usually running the show. Well, hello, Miss Wendy. So good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a bit. So, what's usually running the show when all this is going on? I don't deserve this. Love, success, money, ease, whatever this is, your system doesn't feel safe receiving it. And if you've ever felt that way, I want you to know you are not alone. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Vicki Poole, and I help people overcome limiting beliefs so they can finally step into the life and business they're meant for. I'm a master transformational coach and board certified hypnotist, and I believe that one shift can create a big ripple. And I've spent the last few years guiding people to recognize these unconscious rules that run the show. I'm always here, hardly ever live. Oh, okay. I got you, Wendy. Well, I'm glad you're here live. I do see that you get to watch the replay. Yes, cruising, busy. That's your life. I love it. I love it. So when these unconscious rules run your show, I'm here to help you rewire them gently, powerfully, in a way that sticks. So if this hits something in you, stay with me because we want to break this one open. And remember, this belief is, I don't deserve it. And it doesn't usually just announce itself, it hides in actions. You finally get the thing you wanted, and immediately you worry you'll lose it. Or maybe you feel deeply seen and then pull away. You receive a windfall and get hit with guilt. You get offered support and feel like you need to earn it somehow. This isn't about not wanting good things, because you do, right? But part of you doesn't feel safe keeping them. And here's the twist. Most people aren't scared of failing. They're really kind of scared of having what they asked for. I mean, sometimes you can ask for a business that's doing so well, but underneath, you don't feel you deserve it. So then you start thinking, oh my goodness, what will they be expecting of me if my business gets that big? What if it takes over my life and then I don't have any private time? You'll do all kinds of things. So where does this come from? And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Usually this belief is rooted in guilt, shame, or even early imprinting. So maybe you grew up where love had strings attached. You had to make the right grades. You had to act a certain way. And success maybe created tension. Receiving meant someone else had to go without. I mean, it's not the same thing, but I remember if you didn't finish your food at the table, it would say, well, if you don't eat this food, then there's starving children in China or wherever it was, right? Which implied that what your actions did right then took away from someone else. So receiving meant someone else had to go without. Did you experience any of that? And sometimes being happy was even punished or unsafe, or you were made to feel too much for wanting more. I know I had that happen to me even as an adult. I was dating a person, and when they realized some of the aspirations and everything that I had, they gave me a hard time and about wanting more than what I was supposed to have because of who I was and where I grew up. And we didn't date any after that. So, so in all of that, your nervous system actually learned to associate receiving with danger or discomfort. So it made this rule. Now, it didn't say it out loud. And when something comes up, you don't suddenly think, oh, I have this rule. I have this rule. I don't deserve this. That's not what happens at all, right? But you ended up making this rule. If I'm too happy, something bad will happen. Or if I get ahead, I'll be judged. And the other one we talked about just a moment ago, if I have more, someone else will suffer. These are protective beliefs, not personality flaws. But what actually used to keep you safe might now be what keeps you stuck. And there's and I can't remember who the person is. I can almost hear the man's voice, but he said, you can't get sick enough to make sick people well, and you can't get poor enough to help poor people get rich. That's just not the way it works, right? So let's talk about the cost of this belief, because it's not just not having what you want, it's this: shrinking your dreams before they even have a chance to grow, pushing away help because you feel like a burden, staying in struggle because ease feels unearned, feeling like every win comes with a hidden price tag. And here's the big one: you can't keep what you don't feel safe to hold. So you attract love, but don't trust it. You earn money, but it disappears. You get visibility, but sabotage the moment, not because you're broken, because your inner world is still running an outdated safety script. So here's your shift today. Instead of trying to convince yourself that you deserve it, try this instead. It's safe for me to receive. I can receive without guilt. I don't have to suffer to be worthy. So just think about it. What if receiving doesn't make you bad? What if it doesn't take anything away from anyone else? And what if having more lets you give more? Because life isn't a pie. Your success doesn't steal from anyone else's. So let's rewire that today. So I want you to say this with me: I can receive with ease. It's safe to let good things in. I am no longer available for guilt when life is good. Let's do that one more time. How about that? And these are writer downers. You write them down, put them somewhere, and remind yourself as often as you can that you do deserve. So the first one: I can receive with ease. Number 2, it's safe to let good things in. It's safe to let good things in. That's a good one. I am no longer available for guilt when life is good. Take those to heart, right? So if this hit home, if you saw yourself in any way in today's message, you can DM me the word receive, or you can drop it in the comments, and I'll send you a link to book a quick call. Now, in this call, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just wanting to have a conversation to see how this resonated with you and to see how I can help you if I can. So you don't have to wrestle with this belief alone. You can shift it. You can rewire it, and I can help. So there's no pressure. I want clarity and information. And then if something that I do resonates with you and you want to hire me, that's okay. But it doesn't mean you have to, right? I just want the conversation. All right. So tomorrow is day 3, and it's a biggie. It's not safe to be seen. And whew, that one runs deep. And remember, Life is delicious, and it's time to just take every single bite. And I will see you tomorrow live once again with our next limiting belief. See you tomorrow. Mwah.